So now let's check the Nightblade. So there hasn't been a lot of changes, but some are like the changes that have been made are quite nice. Some may be OP, but we will see. So let's start here. So incapacitating strike. This used to deal magic damage and now it deals disease damage. So it's for stem builds now. Then Assassin's Blade. Killer's Blade used to deal magic damage, now it deals disease damage. Then we have Relentless Focus. At the bottom you see the Spectral Bow deals disease damage. So this used to deal magic damage, now it deals disease damage. The reason why those changes have been made are because of the champion system Mighty increases your physical, poison and disease damage. So before we would have to put points in here to increase magic damage, which was useless because everything else is physical damage. So now we can scale everything here. Now the problem coming with that is this ultimate, especially in PvP, it only costs 50 points and I have seen people hitting that shit for like 18k. It's a little bit broken OP, we will see what happens. Now let me just show you the skills. This is the Spectral Bow, still kinda looks the same, this too. So those are basically all the changes that have been made. Yes, they only benefit stamina, but we know this is a stamina update. So Nightblade is pretty nice now. The incapacitating strike is a little bit over the top though in PvP most likely, but we will see what happens. Now let's take a look at the Templar changes. So there hasn't been a lot of changes, but let's see what changed. So Burning Light, now instead of only dealing magic damage, it now also deals physical damage, which is nice for stamina Templars. Nothing else here changed. Remember at the moment on the first PTS patch, Thaumaturge doesn't work with puncturing strikes. This will be fixed, so don't worry, it will be affected again. Then they changed power of the light, so now it deals physical damage. Sadly, it doesn't really help because, as you see, there is a maximum damage cap and we can't get over that cap. I did not test this, but I guess it's still the same, so it will still be useless for stamina Templars in most situations. But if you have to go range, then it will be probably still useful. But the thing is, as long as this maximum damage cap is there, it is not useful at all. They should increase the damage cap. But whatever. Then here the skill itself didn't change, but you can't heal people through walls anymore. Now some changes here. Ritual of Retribution. This used to be called Purifying Ritual. So let's see. Now it removes 2 harmful effects on you. I think it used to be 5 if I remember correct, but I'm not sure. And now the light also burns enemies with Holy Vengeance, dealing 241 magic damage every 2 seconds. I think this scales with spell damage and magicka. So I mean, the range is huge, right? And it deals damage to enemies in it. Then now they changed the passive here, Sacred Ground. This used to be called Focus Healing, so now while standing in your own cleansing ritual, rune, focus or rite of passage, AoE area effects, and for up to 4 seconds after leaving them you gain major mending. This is still the same. Enemies standing in your cleansing ritual, rune, focus or rite of passage areas of effect have their movement speed reduced by 30%. So when people stand in here, they get the snare, which is kind of cool. So basically by activating this skill alone, you remove like negative effects on you, so debuffs. You deal damage to enemies. I think it also prevents Nightblades, like it ticks every 2 seconds, so it hits the Nightblades out of cloak most likely. Plus it heals a little bit, gives you major mending because of the passive, plus people get snared, so this skill is basically a must-have, that's what I'm trying to say. So I think those were all the changes that have been listed in the patch notes. Again, it's just the first version of PTS, so there might be some changes, but we will see. So for the Sorc changes, negate has been reworked, so here you see the globe deals damage to enemies standing inside the negate, which is nice. Yep, and of course it also like silences the enemies. Then absorption field, this here like heals people, mainly your allies when you're standing in there. If you're a magical character, it of course has a lot higher values, so it's just the thing here. Then let's see, so next thing, bound armor in general got reworked. Well, it didn't got reworked, sorry, it just changed the animation, so you don't see the armor anymore, which is cool. All you see is this effect and then that's it. Then the ward here got like a duration cut, so instead of 20 seconds it only holds for 6 seconds and then it's gone. But I mean, it doesn't really matter because in a fight you have to reapply this skill constantly anyway. Most shields have been cut down, not only this one. Then Expert's Summoner has been reworked. It increases your max health if you have a summoning ability slotted. And the thing that was here before is now like a baseline effect for pets, so it's not just gone and deleted. Then here Thundering Presence has been reworked to Hurricane. So let's see, it basically deals physical damage now to enemies around you, and the wind grows, like the winds grow in damage and size the longer the hurricane builds around you. It's a huge effect, it's really weird, like you see it's getting bigger and bigger. It's pretty cool, but I mean, the FPS will get hurt, I guess. Really weird, but we will see. So those are basically already all the changes to Sorcs. So both Templar and Sorcs don't really get enough to be competitive with a Stem DK or a Stem Nightblade, sadly. But let's see if they listen to our feedback. Anyway, that was it. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Cheers.